The Yinleader Voltage Converter is designed to solve a simple but important problem: safely using appliances made for a different voltage system without buying an entirely new appliance. With step-up and step-down models available, it's aimed at travelers, expats, and anyone using imported electronics. But how reliable is it in real-world use? Today, we'll look at its design, power handling, usability, safety features, and limitations. And by the end, we'll decide exactly where it belongs on our S to F ranking tier list. This ranking focuses on practical performance, ease of use, safety, reliability, and value, rather than just the advertised wattage. If honest reviews help you make better buying decisions, hit like and subscribe so you won't miss future reviews. The main attraction of Yinleader's voltage converters is their flexibility. The popular VTUS 2000, for example, can step 110 or 140 volts up to 220 or 240 volts, or step 220 or 240 volts down to 110 or 120 volts. It provides multiple outlets, including US-style and universal outlets, so you can connect appliances from different countries. Some versions also include circuit breaker protection for overload situations.
The physical design is straightforward and functional. These transformers are compact compared with many larger industrial units, but they're definitely not lightweight travel adapters. The VTUS 2000 is roughly 8 by 6 by 6 inches and weighs around 4.5 kilograms. So this is something you'll normally keep on a desk, counter, or shelf rather than carry around in your luggage. Setup is relatively easy, but there's one step you absolutely cannot get wrong: the input voltage selector. You need to make sure the converter is configured for the voltage coming from your wall outlet before switching it on. One customer specifically reported that the unit worked properly after setting the input correctly, while the wrong setting prevented it from operating. Once configured correctly, the converter can be useful for imported appliances, such as coffee machines, mixers, hair dryers, and other equipment designed for a different voltage. Multiple owners report successfully using Yinleader converters with 220-volt appliances with 110-volt environments. That's exactly the kind of situation where a transformer can save you from replacing an expensive appliance. Power capacity, however, needs careful attention. Don't assume that a converter advertised as 2,000 watts can safely run every 2,000-watt appliance continuously. High-power devices, heating elements, and motors can draw significantly more current when starting. Some owners have reported breakers tripping when using high-wattage appliances, and one review questioned whether the internal breaker ratings matched the advertised maximum capacity.
Another important limitation is frequency. A transformer changes voltage, but it does not convert the electrical frequency. If your appliance specifically requires 50 Hz and your local supply is 60 Hz, simply changing the voltage won't solve that compatibility issue. This is particularly important for motors, compressors, clocks, and other frequency-sensitive equipment. Heat is another consideration. Transformers naturally generate heat during operation, especially under heavier loads, so ventilation is important. The manufacturer's troubleshooting guidance recommends reducing the load and ensuring the unit isn't placed somewhere that blocks airflow if overheating occurs. Customer feedback is mixed. Many users report that the converter works well, with some using their units for a year or longer. Others have reported failures after several months, breakers repeatedly tripping, excessive heat, or the transformer simply stopping. Walmart's review data for one Yinleader converter shows a 4.1 out of 5 rating, but it also includes a noticeable number of one-star reviews. That makes reliability the biggest question mark. The converter can perform its basic job effectively when properly matched to the appliance and used within its limits, but I wouldn't recommend pushing it continuously near its maximum rating. For expensive equipment, choosing a transformer with plenty of power headroom is the safer approach.
The Yinleader Voltage Converter earns a B tier. Good. Its step-up and step-down capability, multiple outlets, simple operation, and useful circuit protection make it a practical solution for many imported appliances. However, mixed long-term reliability, heat under heavy loads, and the fact that it doesn't change frequency keep it from reaching A tier. Used within its limits and with sufficient power headroom, though, it can be a useful and affordable voltage conversion solution.